So right now we are just going to learn the rules of changing active voice sentences to the passive voice sentences. Now these are the rules. There are some general rules which apply to all the active voice sentences when they are changed, once they are changed into passive voice. And there are some specific rules which are only applied to present perfect tense. I'll be discussing them individually with you. Like for example, the first one is the subject takes the position of the object. When I'm just going to put a tick, you should understand that this is a general rule which is applied to all the active voice sentences once they change into passive voice sentences. Like every time you change a sentence, your subject takes the position of the object and object takes the position of the subject. So these positions are interchanged. Then use of has or have. This is peculiar to present perfect tense. We generally make use of has and have, but in other words, we have to retain that use. We have to keep using has or have. Then the next one is use of been. Now this is specific to present perfect tense. Has been, have been. We'll be just adding this word. Has and have is already there, but then we'll be adding been over there. Then use of the past participle form of the verb. Now this is again a specific rule for all the active voice sentences when they are converted from the active to the passive voice. And we make use of the verb third form, or we call it the past participle form of the verb. So this applies to every category. Use of by before subject and agent. This is again the same rule which is applied to every other thing. So when I put a tick, I just want to remind you that there is only this thing that you have to learn. If you have learned and mastered rest of the types of sentences, how to convert them from active voice sentences to passive voice, this is not a big deal. The only thing that you need to be conscious or careful of is that you have to be conscious and careful about this part of the rule. But anyhow, before the subject or the agent, when the subject takes the position of the object, it can be called as agent, it can be called as a subject. So before that, we make use of the word by. For example, I would be saying to you, like, uh, if in the active voice I say he has cut the vegetables, but in the passive voice I would say vegetables have been cut by him. So this is how it is. Let's discuss and further focus on the examples, and let's make a comparison of both the types so that we can just find out how these rules are applied. So right now we are just going to make a comparison of the active voice sentences with that of the passive voice. And the rules that I've shared with you, we will be making a comparison to see whether those rules have been used over here or not. This is a sort of reinforcement before we actually start changing the sentences on our own. Let's analyze. On this side we have got Subhash has scored a century. So according to the active voice sentences, the rules are subject, has or had, third form of the verb, and then the object or whatever is needed later on. So from the passive voice point of view, subject has to take the position of the object has to take the position of the subject. Has or have is to be used, third form of, then been is to be used, and then the third form of the verb is to be used. So a century has been scored by Subhash. You see, all the elements has, induction of has, being, third form of the verb, and then by, and this is the in fact our object, and this is our subject or the agent. The positions have been interchanged. Let's go to the next one. She has collected many stamps. So our subject is she has collected, third form of the verb. Many stamps is the object. So many stamp will be interchanged with she. Now one thing that I want to point out to you people, that for example when we are using pronouns, in case of a pronoun as we have got she over here, when we take it to the position of the object as it comes here, it does not remain as she. For this you need to watch a video that is related to pronouns, because in the video that I have made related to pronouns, I have discussed three cases of pronoun. When the pronouns are used as a subject, they are called the accusative case. When they come in the position of the object, they call the when the pronouns are used as the subject, they are called the nominative case, and when they are used as the object in a sentence, they are called the accusative case. So to clarify this concept, you can just go through that video. But over here, I just need to tell you, when she comes over here, the position is interchange. This is the form that will be used. We will not be using she, rather we will be using her. So many stamps is the object, have been collected, third form of the verb, by her. So the rules have been applied. They have signed a peace treaty. Now let's look at this one. Peace treaty is they have signed a peace treaty. So our sub object is a peace treaty. A peace treaty has been signed, third form of the verb, by and then been. So you see, they was in the position of subject, but when it comes in the position of the object, we will not be using the word they. Rather, we'll use the accusative case, and that is the word them. The same pronoun, but the accusative case. Annie and Lucy have bought candies. Now, our object over here is candies. So we'll say candies have been bought by whom? Annie and Lucy. So we picked up the subject, the compound subject as such, and we put it the way where it was required. So through this comparison, you must have learned that how the position of the subject has been changed with that of the object, number one. Number two, we have retained has or have, but the use of has or have depends upon the way the subject is interchanged with the object and object is interchanged with the subject. Then we have inserted been and then third form of the verb and then by. So the universal rule was third form of the verb and by and changing of the position of subject and object. And the specific thing that is related to this one is the been. Has is retained, or has been or have been is specific to present perfect tense. So now let's change the sentences from active voice to the passive voice. Over here I have reflected the structure of the active voice of present perfect tense, and right underneath it I have put the structure of the present perfect tense passive voice. So this will give you a comparison, and over here again the examples that I have laid down, I put the slash lines or these lines over here just to tell you which segment we are talking about. Jane has signed a document. All the black ones, the sentences which have been written in black ink, they are the active voice structures. And the sentences which have been written in blue ink, they are in fact the passive voice structure. Okay. So James has signed a document. Okay. So James has signed third verb, third form, and a document. Now let's convert it. A document, so the object has gone there. A document has been signed by James. So you see, this is how it is. Andrew and Jane have planted a number of fruit trees. Andrew and Jane have planted a number of fruit trees. Let's change it. A number of fruit trees have been planted by Andrew and Jane. So you look at this one. A number of fruit trees have been planted by Andrew and Jane. So just look at this, the way these are changing. We are exactly following the rules that I have discussed with you. Let's do a few more examples. So let's change this one. I have forgotten her name. So this will go there and this will come here. Her name has been forgotten by me. Let's do the next one. Children have sold a number of fun fair tickets. Children have sold a number of fun fair tickets. So a number of fun fair tickets have been sold by children. A number of fun fair tickets have been sold by children. I have deliberately put these slashes. Actually, you don't put the slashes. In fact, I've done this parsing, or I've done these slashes over here just to reflect that the sentences written in black ink, they follow this structure, and the sentences that are written in blue ink, which are actually the passive voice, through the slashes I want to help you out. For example, her name has been forgotten by me. Okay, a number of funfair tickets have been sold by children. So this is just to highlight the things, that the rules that we have learned and the way we are implementing them. Actually, you don't need to put these slashes, okay? This is just for your practice, for your reinforcement, for the idea that we have applied the rules according to this structure.